Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome everyone to this special webinar. As many of you will have noticed, lots of WhatsApp messages were flying around early hours of the morning. Most certainly that Nusuk announced the final phase or final sales phase for Nusuk Hajj. And it was important for us to, first of all, understand our inventory, what was available, but then also share with you some tips and advice in trying to check out as easily as possible. At the end of the day, you've made your preparation, you made your intention for Hajj, and as it happens, you're in the final phase to secure a package. Whether it happens or not, know this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guided you to create that account. You got as far as you could. And if it's written, inshallah, on Sunday when it goes live, you'll be able to check out easily. And if it isn't, then understand that it wasn't our calling. And we take an understanding as our faith gives us to take solace in knowing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will invite us surely when the time is right. So as much as we may be disheartened, we always seek hope in Allah's plans. Even though we've seen since phase one, phase two, when phases were actually shut and weren't able to book, people would be able to uh, easily check out or been able to grab packages because of cancellation. And we expect a flurry of cancellation happening in the next 24 hours as the deadline for those who have booked currently looms. So they have until tomorrow, 18th of April, to cancel their packages without big penalties. After that point, they lose 100% of their Hajj package. So we expect those who perhaps their circumstances have changed and no longer can perform Hajj, or the situation calls that they must cancel, people are being able to pick up these packages. So, um, if it's written for you, you may be able to pick up one of these cancel packages in the next 24 hours or so. It doesn't mean that we stay glued to the computers, to the laptops, and create anxiety for ourselves and worry, refreshing, etc. But you try your best, and the rest we leave to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, inshallah. So, what's happening? So, the final phase has been set for this Sunday. That will be the 19th of April, Sunday, 19th of April at 2 p.m. UK time, 4 p.m. Saudi time. So you need to be logged into your computers at least, 3 or 4 hours ahead of that, knowing what we know from phase one and phase two. The sooner you log in, the better you are positioned in the queue, in the virtual queue. And also, we've had feedback that if you have multiple devices, then your chances of successfully logging in may also increase. That is yet to be proven, but you may want to try a few devices and see which one, uh, you know, ushers you into the queue quicker to that checkout phase. If you're following the updates on the eve of Eid al-Fitr, where the sales went live, you would have noticed that the group flights were removed. And that is because since then, there's been a number of cancellations from airlines owing to the situation in the Middle East. So tonight, we'll be sharing with you some of the tips on how to circumnavigate that position, but also looking at how you can play around and use a custom flight option to check out easily as well. And custom flights is what will be required for you to create the ultimate package. As you know, each package has a component. So you have your rooming, you have your camp, you have your flight, you have your services, etc., to create the package. And whilst the group flights have been removed, you now need to select what's called the custom flights, or the GDS, the Global Distribution System run by Al Musafir. A lot of technical terms I'm using here, but this is a component which is embedded into Nusuk to give you the flight options, similar to Skyscanner. Okay, So before we open up to Q&A, and I want to invite my colleague Shamim. Brother Shamim, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
How are you?
Yeah, Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Brother Shamim is going to run us through configuring a particular package. If anybody has a preference or a package that they have in mind, if you want to raise your hand, you can even shout it out and we'll configure that live for you now. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and configure one uh, ourselves. Is anybody who wants to be brave enough, raise their hand and perhaps, okay, our Hajis are sitting on the fence by the looks of it. No problem.
I
Shall we
got a mess on the Q&A. They got Global 2020.
Global 2020, then Bismillah. Let's try and configure that one. Over to you, Shamim.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yep. Do you want to zoom out a couple of notches? Yeah, that's brilliant. That's a little bit better. Yeah, great. Okay, so what Shamim's doing, he knows the package code. Um, I think it's a capitals, is it? Maybe. Okay, so yeah, it's case sensitive, which is a bit bizarre. Uh, Perhaps we'll just look at global. Okay, and see if we can find global 2020. Maybe type in 2010, 20 maybe. Let me see if I can find that package code. Bear with me.
And I'll go through that.
No, okay, somebody's testing it. I tell you what, put global 2020 on one side for now. There's a new package that was launched by MCDC earlier this afternoon. And I would say perhaps you might want to configure that. So if I can give you the code, you can show them how to search that. And that,
Oh, something's. Okay. What is it? The Global
no,
one?
no. So type in
Oh,
MCDC Global 12. Okay. So this particular package, I think it's got quite a lot of number of seats. So and it's one of the cheaper options as well. It's a standard package. And what you want to do here is understand, one, what the package is offering. So you need to read a description of the package. This has been annoying for the last, I don't know, a few weeks, I guess, or a few days, I'm not sure. But certainly today, that almost like an egg timer kept turning up with every little move that you're doing on Nusuk. I'm not sure if our brothers and sisters on the call are experiencing the same, but I certainly was, and I'm towards Lancashire. The Shamim was in London, so I don't know what's happening there. Anyway, so this particular package runs from the 21st of May to 4th of June. It's got 10 nights in Mecca and 4 nights in Medina. So scroll down and then, yeah. So you need to check the dates here as well and make a note of that. Okay. And all we're going to go and do now is configure the package. If you've been following Nusuk, you'd know that the camp was full. Um, New seats have been released within Al Muasim camp on Sunday, and hence why you'll be able to, inshallah, book. Um, at the moment, it's just a case of selecting the package or, sorry, selecting the camp. Okay, so this is your base figure. Okay, Shamim's got a package already pre-configured by the looks of it. So he needs to empty his cart. So we'll start again. So remember this, if you are configuring, remember to empty your carts, start afresh, and make sure you are selecting the package and configuring it. But also, a pro tip here is to have option number 2 and potentially option number 3 ready as well. So you look at the package, If it's a standard package, you can make a couple of comparisons and then have them as option 1, 2, or 3. And make sure that your e-wallet is topped up to the highest amount of any one of them 3 packages, just in case you're not able to secure one, you'll be able to jump in and secure maybe the second or third option. So we've selected a package. We're now selecting the bed in a room. So remember that you are selecting a bed in a room. In this case, it's a bed in a quad room. The others are grayed out, which means that they're not available for configuration. Okay, so this is in Mecca and a similar one in Medina. Sometimes you might get a triple in Mecca and a quad in Medina. It varies depending on the inventory. So it's very important that if you selected a package, you need to go into Nusuk and then configure it to see what's currently available. If you can configure it, then it's available for purchase on a first come, first served basis. Okay, so we've selected the beds in Mecca, Medina. You can select any of the optional services here as well. And if you've been following our webinars, the Medina tour and Mecca tour, if you just quickly go back, Shamim, yeah, scroll down where it says price. Yes, price of the tours. Okay, so whilst it does say free, if you look at and read the description, it says MCDC offers an optional Medina Mazarat tour at a small surcharge. So just be mindful of that, there's a surcharge there. So in our advice to you is just to ignore all of these additional services. Inshallah, you'll get them. It just so that you can easily check out. And similarly for Adahi as well, you can book this later on as well. So for the ease of checking out, ignore all of these options. If you want to select them, you're more than welcome to do so. Remember, the purpose of tonight's webinar is to make sure you've got an easy checkout. Okay, so here we're selecting the flight option, and there's no group flights available anymore. What's that blue message there? Camp reached full capacity, which is fine, which means that there's no well, it says exactly that. There's no camp capacity. If the actual package has been sold out, you'll get another message pop up as well. So you'll have 2 lots of messages. So for now, it means the camp capacity is full, but there are seats available. Okay, so what we need to do is select a custom flight. Do read the terms, and the terms will pop up here. There you go. So important information for your Hajj journey. You can enter Saudi Arabia from the 21st of May 2026 until the 23rd of May 2026, which is the 4th to the 6th of Zulhijjah, with any local or national airline, which means Saudi Airlines. So Saudi Airlines for international pilgrims, potentially FlyNAS if you're using a different route. I'm not sure if Riyadh Air is flying at the moment. And then you've got the Flyer Deal. These are the 4 carriers within Saudi Arabia. They have a cutoff point up till the 6th of Zulhijjah. So you can fly in up till that point, midnight. Okay. If you end up flying in on the 7th, then you won't be permitted entry into the kingdom. Similarly, if you're using another carrier, Turkish Airlines, for example, they have between the 21st of May 2026 until the evening or the midnight, 11:59 p.m. to enter the country. So if you're looking at another carrier, make sure you enter the kingdom by the 21st of May 2026, which is equating to the 4th of Zulhijjah, with any foreign airlines. Okay, so do read these important terms. Hajj flights are extremely complicated, but in a nutshell, these are things you need to be aware of. Some of you may have already experienced, when you're trying to configure a flight, it says not available or not allowed. This is why certain flight or routes won't be allowed. So in this circumstance, what we're going to do is select London to Jeddah. Again, if you were to put additional dates, um, entry or exit, which doesn't correspond to the package, then that won't be allowed as well, and it won't show up. It'll show up an error. So make sure that you don't, you leave the defaults. Maybe give yourself +1 or -1 day to enter the kingdom or exit, uh, taking into account the rules that we set out to find a flight. So, although this particular package starts on the 21st, it may be possible for you to select maybe May the 20th, for example, an evening flight from London and then entering the kingdom on the 21st, okay, to give you more flight options. But for now, Shamim, we'll leave it at the 21st, yeah, and we'll go and select show flights. So this is a live inventory, similar to Skyscanner. This is run by a company called Al Musafir. And there you go. So certainly there's some flight issues happening here. What you need to do is start playing around. Is there any that is allowed? Potentially the Saudi flight may be allowed. Saudi Airlines will be the most safest options to book. Etihad, Qatar, uh, Gulf, Emirates, a little bit risky at the moment given the situation. So at the moment, is it giving us the option to select? Yeah. Okay, let's go with that one. As I mentioned, you could potentially look at the 20th of May as well, but we'll continue with this example for now. So this is routing via Riyadh, yeah, to Jeddah. And again, look at the timings as well. Most hotel check-ins happen 4 p.m. onwards. So if you're arriving 5 o'clock in the morning, on this particular package, there's no connecting flight to Medina, for example, or if your package starts in Medina, then you'll be transported by bus between Jeddah and Medina. You can select that in the transportation section as well. But if you're arriving early and you can pick up a train, for example, then you could do that outside of Nusuk later on as well. The main thing is to try and capture a package and then by hook or crook get to Hajj. Once you're in the kingdom, relatively easy to navigate. The ministry are on hand, you've paid for services. There's a lot of options to get you around as well. So here we look at package transportation. So make sure you've selected the right one. Because this particular package starts in Mecca first, you'll go from Jeddah, you'll arrive in Jeddah, and then there's a bus transportation already arranged there to Mecca. And then you've got the one for Medina to Jeddah as well. Scroll up, Shamim, there. So if you can see your second leg, which is after Hajj, you go to Medina, your transportation between Medina and Jeddah is by bus, and you're already paying for that. Okay. You could technically, if you wanted to, book a train ticket and get to Jeddah later on as well. But you can do that outside once the booking's confirmed. Okay, next. And this pretty much is your summary of your package. So what Shamim just did there, he refreshed the page and it still kept him on the page. On the day, we don't know how it's going to handle. If you were to refresh, it may kick you out. It may, refresh and take you back a step or keep you on the page. We don't know how this system is going to handle itself. It's very important you read the cancellation policy for the package. I think after the first of Zulqa'dah, it's basically you're all in. There's no cancellation policy after that. You're going to be committed. So ensure you understand that when it comes to sales date, which is going to be the 19th of April, this cancellation policy won't be effective. You're pretty much agreeing to the fact that if you were to cancel, you're going to forfeit all your money. Okay. And if you were to, at this point, withdraw or say, okay, I'm going to leave I'm not, Hajj for now, I'll go next year, but I want to withdraw my money, there's a 2.3% charge for withdrawing your money from your e-wallet. That's a banking charge that can't be avoided. My advice is that if you are thinking along them lines, if you need the money, that's a different matter, then fine. But if you can leave the money in the e-wallet, then do so for next year, inshallah. Or if you are unsuccessful to book a package, then leave the money in because the exchange rate that you've managed to top up this time around has been very much favorable. You've had around 5 riyals to the pound, in some cases a little bit more. In previous years, it's been 4.7, 4.8. So the cost of actual Hajj package is relatively cheaper in comparison to what it was last year. So you may want to consider that as well. All right, let's save the configuration. Okay. Now, because it's a live inventory, it's got the Al Musafir flight in there. You have literally 10 minutes to check out um, before the flight prices increase or it's no longer available. And on sales day, where you've got you've got the configure package, you've got it saved in configuration. What you would do is hit the cart at the top right, and where it says there, you'd go into checkout. And what that would do on sales day, it will take you back potentially to the flight configuration page. This has taken us back to the transportation because we're still within the time limit. Because it's not got the live flights that you can actually book or you can book the package, it'll reset the flight option. So you'll need to reconfigure one or two elements within the configuration and then get to checkout. So it's important between now and Sunday that you practice this step, especially the flights, and you understand what's available because a package may be available, but flights may go. So you should be able to know that, okay, I can change the date plus or minus a day, as I mentioned. Remember, you're adhering to the rules of entry as well. Yeah. So you've got to do a bit of work on this case. Unfortunately, we can't give you everyone one-to-one support on this because the combination of flights and the different packages is far too much. We just don't have the resources. But if somebody's really, really stuck, do reach out to us and we'll try and help you find a flight. You can also look at Skyscanner as well to give you some options. But in general, this is it. Okay, so we've dumped that flight. We're going to go back in and then you select it. Let's try one a day earlier, Shamim, and let's see what that brings up. See, London Heathrow or London will give you more options than perhaps Manchester. So don't be too rigid in selecting the flight options as well. You know, if you're looking at bed configurations, for example, majority of the double bed or the twin rooms have all gone. Um, so it's a case now, is it a case of a double bed or I get to perform Hajj? Is it a case that I fly a particular airline or I get to Hajj? So you're going to have to make a lot of sacrifices, inshallah. But this is your Hajj, this is your test. All right. So you reconfigure. And this particular package here now is giving us a routing via Riyadh and it gets into Jeddah. That's the same flight, I think, what we saw earlier. We changed the date. Okay, okay, so it's the same flight, it's just operating on the day earlier. So you could technically use this one as well if the other flight option isn't available. Is there anything else you want to add, Shamim?
No, I think you've covered most of it.
Yeah, I'm just seeing who's available with us on the panel. Um, Great. And I want to quickly welcome our leader and our guide, Mr. Mohamed Darwish, our global MCDC director for Pilgrim Experience. Assalamu alaikum. You're on mute. You're on mute. Brother Mohammed, you're on mute. We can't hear you.
Assalamu alaikum, Mr. Rashid. How are you?
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you for honoring us and being with us at this very crucial point. I'm sure.
Alhamdulillah, I came 10 minutes ago and sorry for delay, but I have seen you, mashallah, started with the most important part, the airline, which is you are tackling what we are looking for. So, first of all, thanks to all the participants, all the Hujjaj of MCDC. We really thank you for choosing our company, and all of us, we are working for your comfort, including Mr. Rashid and his team. We prepared for all your packages since long time ago in order to find the most suitable packages. And mashallah, the packages have sold out, many of them, but we still have good packages for UK. You can still use them according to our latest update. And also, we are sharing some other packages like Global 12 that was presented now by Mr. Rashid. This is having plenty of seats. So I would like to talk about what is going on and what will happen, inshallah, on Sunday. First of all, in MCDC, we have a good number of seats. So in terms of availability, you don't have any worry about that because you have five preferences. If you are not able to secure your first one, you can cascade to the second and third and so on. And as we mentioned before, that MCDC has a quota, and this quota is dedicated for the sale. So we have to finish that quota. That means you will have high probability to secure a seat because we have to finish all the seats that we have. Unlike the previous years, many seats used to be available in the market more than the capacity of the camp. However, this year they assigned already same number of packages according to the capacity of the camps. However, the camps are full now because they are dedicating certain number of camps for each phase. So in the previous phases, the seats already gone for Al Muaisim and Majar Al Kabsh. So they are going to add additional number of seats this Sunday. So inshallah, you will be having good nasib to pick up one for you from the available slots of MCDC. On Sunday, inshallah, you will be prepared. You start your day normal. It will go smooth. We are expecting that the last phase is always running smooth without any panic. The only thing that we need from you is to be well prepared. What we need from you that the night before, try to access the system and source out the airline. Try to find the most suitable airline for you according to the dates. If you are struggling to find availability or any glitch or anything unusual, you can play with the date plus minus 1 day on the departure or in the arrival. You will find availability. Choose London. If you don't have London, choose Manchester, choose Birmingham. So you can have options to consider in case you don't have availability during the sale. But we are sure you will have many seats available because now Saudi Airline is taking more seats and they are offering that already in if you go to the Sky Scanner, you will find a lot of availability for Saudi Airline. So don't worry about the availability. The only thing is you practice and you get backup plan for your second and third options for the flights. This is what we really need you to do. In case for any reasons, we want to give you just tips to consider it. If for any reasons you don't have availability for the airline for your destinations, what can you do in this situation? I recommend you to find out another destination rather than UK. In case you don't have any flight or not a suitable or very expensive flight from UK, You can find out from Cairo, from Istanbul, from Abu Dhabi. Try now to check in Sky Scanner. And then if you book these tickets from other destinations, then you have to book extra ticket from UK to Cairo, Istanbul, Abu Dhabi, like that. So this is a solution. I know this is not the best scenario, but we are giving you tips because we don't know what will happen in the system on Sunday. But we have to be ready with all options because we need you to secure booking. And we know the booking of the airline is challenging. It is not impossible, it's not difficult, but it needs more patience and to smartly try to search by the destination, search by the city. Put Jeddah, Jeddah. Don't put multi cities. It becomes more complicated and more difficult. Try first with your preferred destination. That is number one. If you are going to Medina, choose multi-cities, Medina, and if you come from Jeddah, choose Jeddah on the departure. If you have it, fine, very good, Alhamdulillah, go ahead. If not, go to a round trip. Choose Jeddah, Jeddah. Same date, same airport as it is. Number three, if you don't have, plus minus 1 day or 2 days from your departure date or arrival date. Number four, if you don't have from London, go to Manchester or Birmingham because it is within the country. Number five, if you don't have that, you can try another destination that has plenty of airlines that can go to Saudi Arabia. Like Egypt, they have many flights are going to Saudi Arabia. Istanbul, they have also a lot of flights. Same in Abu Dhabi. Dubai is not available now, and Doha, Gulf, Kuwait, they are not available now in Nusuk. So that's why I'm giving you what is available and what is nearby Saudi Arabia, and you can get cheap tickets. Today, we found a cheap ticket from Egypt for almost £300, and I give this to one in UK, and he managed to allocate it, and he will manage to travel from UK to Egypt, or he will try to find another ticket, full ticket from UK to Saudi and come back and burn the cheap ticket. That is the solutions that we are giving you to help you on the day of sale. Try to open the system as early as you can because they put you in the queue, and we know the queue has algorithm system. We don't know how it works, but we understand that is first in first come first in formula. So try to come early, like 3 or 4 hours before. Don't use only one device, use maximum number of devices. Your family members should take part of the process, give them the user and password and the OTP, and try to open the maximum number of devices. Make sure the Wi-Fi and the connection is really working well and you have backup because this is very important. You should be ready. You should be staying in a place where you are always connected and you don't have any difficulty for the connection. And then you have to take another plan for the packages. You have one main package, then you have two and three. This is important because if this package is gone, then you have the second and third. But now we are sharing with you the availability, so you will have a kind of hassle-free. You know what are the maximum available packages, then you don't worry about this part. Secure the package in terms of availability, and then focus on two things: how to log in and enter, and then how you select the airline. Those are the most important parts. Plus, you put extra money in your e-wallet because we don't know the flight may go up expensive. We don't know. But if you put money now and you take it later, you will not lose anything. It's only 2.3%, but it will secure and it will be safe. Some people, they come to the last point of checkout and purchasing and they miss some money. Maybe one pound will not allow you to purchase the ticket, which is something very sad. But inshallah, this will not happen. This is the most important tips that I'm sharing. I will stay with you, and Mr. Rashid will continue the seminar. And in case of any related questions, I'm ready to assist to answer the questions as well, along with Mr. Rashid and Mr. Shamim.
Thank you, Brother Mohammed, for that insight. You've made my webinar so easy. I don't have to say anything, so thank you so much. He made a good point about the availability. So I'll share with you our Excel sheet. So this is the current availability on MCDC. And whilst every country has its quota, every service provider has theirs as well. And we are very fortunate in MCDC at this moment in time that we have availability more so than maybe other service providers. So there's a high probability, Allah, inshallah, that you'll be able to secure a package. So these are all the packages. And we've shared these in our WhatsApp group. If you're not a member, I'll share with you our link as well so you can join. And you can also join the MCDC main Telegram group, and we'll share the link as well. So you're getting the updates between now and Sunday, inshallah. For those who are in our WhatsApp group, we'll open up a dedicated support channel on the day to help you navigate and get you through the booking process, inshallah. So you can see here very clearly which packages are available, the pricing, and the available slots. The more the slots, of more the availability, the more chances of you booking. For example, these will be a little bit difficult. You could have 10, 15 people or families chasing that one. Only one will secure it or two will secure it. Whereas these have a high probability. Okay. So look at these packages, study them, look at your budget, make sure you topped up. And inshallah, you'll be able to check out easily on the day. Is there anything you would like to add, Brother Mohammed?
No, you already highlighted the maximum availability that we have. That's why they will have hassle-free of thinking about availability. And then they have the hyperlink that they can easily go. If they have 1, 2, 3, 4 as options, they just take copy and paste in the search engine. They can open 3, 4 search engine tabs. Then they can be cascaded quickly to the website without logging in and searching for the package.
Yeah, so these are the hyperlinks. And all you would do is have this open up in your computer, log into Nusuk. So you must log in and then just copy paste these or click on these links and they'll open up in Nusuk as well. So we've made it easier so you don't need to even search. You can go straight into the packages. Shamim, if you've got your computer open, could you share us the flight option? And I want to target that, the advice that we gave about picking up a different route, for example, Cairo to Jeddah, in order to secure the Hajj package. So let's give them an example or a illustration of how that's done. You could end up using it or you could end up burning that ticket. And when we say burning it, it's just so that you can get the package purchased. And what you would do, you disregard that ticket and you'll book another one from the UK to Jeddah, for example. Okay. And it makes it easier. And we've had a few Hajjis in the last phase do that. And they were easily able to pick up a flight because on the day, we don't know what the demand's going to be like from Heathrow to Jeddah, for a particular date. It could be the one that your package is affected. So you need to be flexible. And the more flexible you are, the more chances you are in securing the package, inshallah. Okay, Shamim, just get us to any package. Just pick any package. Yeah, global one. Okay, configure package, select the camp. Website speeded up. So here I wanted to quickly illustrate. You've got Makkah, which is giving you a triple room, but in Medina you now have a quad. So a bed in a quad, a bed in a triple. So not all inventory will be available. You need to select the type of configuration you need. And these rooms are gender segregated. Unless you book as a family of 4, then you'll get a room of 4, if that's what you booked. A lot of this has been covered in previous webinars as well. So we're going to skip all these additional services for now for the ease of checkout. And here, we're going to show you how you can pick up another flight from outside of the UK to give you more options. So here, let's select Cairo. The reason why we're selecting Cairo is probably one of the closest destinations, or route from to Kingdom to Jeddah. But then also Istanbul offers Pegasus, for example, low-cost airline. So you need to be a little bit flexible in these kind of ways in which you're trying to find the flights. We even found a quite cheap one last time around from Sharm el-Sheikh to Jeddah. So somebody decided they may want to just have a trip to Sharm before they get to Hajj. So that's even possible. So what's happening there, Shamim?
I'm getting a lot of buffering.
Yeah, just maybe slow down a little bit. I think just select London or LHR. No. Just okay. You're going for all. Uh, uh, oh, sorry. We were doing the Cairo one, aren't we? So how about you select the actual airport? There. See, yeah, that's the one. And now try it. Okay, so there you go. You've got a couple of options, Air Arabia, and the one below it, you've got FlyNAS. Okay. So you could technically purchase these tickets and then fly from Manchester or London to Cairo and then jump on this flight, or just burn that ticket. You lose that amount that you paid, but then you guaranteed the Hajj package. Then you just select a direct flight or another route to Jeddah. Is there anything else that we can add to this, Brother Mohammed?
No, that's fine. If they are going to burn the ticket, they have options of Sharm el-Sheikh as you highlighted, Sphinx in Giza. The price of the ticket is very cheap. It's like 1,900 rial, maximum 2,000 rial, and the closest destinations to Jeddah, like Sharm el-Sheikh, like Giza, Sphinx. So they can try today to play in the system and write the options as you give them. We hopefully we will not go through all this, but we don't know what is going to happen on Sunday. That's why we are giving options to everyone to write it and to practice today and tomorrow, so everyone will be ready, inshallah.
Yeah, that's right. And because it's a live system, these prices will fluctuate depending on demand as
Yep.
well. So just be
Yeah,
mindful and make sure you've got a little bit extra topped up in your e-wallet. If it's okay with the rest of my panelists, can we open up our Q&A? Yeah, we'll open up to Q&A, inshallah. Thank you, Shamim. Okay, so let's have a look what's in the questions. Brother Mohammed, somebody's asking, in the Excel spreadsheet, we have MCDC Global 2 showing us 398 seats. Unfortunately, they're not able to see that on Nusuk. Has that changed to MCDC Global 12?
Yes, Mr. Rashid, you are absolutely right, because we had some glitches in the last minute and then we had to change the name. It became 12, the one that you presented in the beginning of your presentation.
Great. That's a really good question coming from Brother Anas there. If you want to ask a live question, do feel free to raise your hand whilst I quickly moderate and go through these questions as well. Do we know the number of seats available on Global 12? I believe it's 398.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. And today, after the meeting, we will send an update of the sheet that we send with the slots available and any update in the name of the package we will send. So everything will be finalized today and tomorrow. Before sale, we will give update for everything.
Yeah. We have an anonymous attendee saying that the husband has been verified, but she isn't. How can they get verified? They've tried to contact support, but not reached anywhere. I guess you need to be persistent now. Pick up the phone, email. We're at the last phase now. I really don't know what else we can do or say at this moment in time. It is Nasib. It is also luck now. There's many Hajjis, unfortunately, in that situation. We had one yesterday uh, who just made the intention to go for Hajj. And I asked the question, are you even verified? I mean, what's verification? What's verified? I don't even have a Nusuk account. So, yeah, just be persistent with Nusuk. Um, I'm not sure the nature of the question, Hamza. Maybe you want to elaborate. You've booked a Global 3 package. Does that have slots available? If you've booked it, why would you need to know about the slots? Do we have slots available for Global 3? Perhaps his family member wants to join him. Brother Mohammed, Global 3, any availability? I can't seem to see it on the spreadsheet. There's GLB 3, which is, yeah, it has available to 320 slots. So perhaps that's the one, Hamza. We have availability. Any 10-day packages available from the UK? Brother Mohammed, any 10-day packages? We did have 5512, that's sold out. 5514 has gone.
We
Did
have
they?
13 nights. 13 nights can be available. And as we always say, if they are interested to stay only 10 days, the 13 days package can be an option. And according to the flight that the custom, they can choose 10 days in the flight and they use only Mecca or one night in Medina. That is also an option they can think about it.
Okay, very good advice there. And the 13-night package is the UK 7010, ends in GLB 5, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's an option there. Are all flights with MCDC packages custom now? We don't have any group flights left, do we? Yeah. So they're all custom flights now. Yeah, custom flights again. Somebody's asking, is it advisable to book one of the Arab airlines, Gulf, Etihad, Qatar? No, you're not following what's happening. It's very risky at the moment. So avoid Gulf, Etihad, Qatar, Saudi Airlines, Turkish. So yeah, these are the kind of flights that you want to be picking up. Just going to have a look at some of the Q&As. We've got a couple of hands up. I'm going to ask Isuf. Bring Isuf online. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yes, brother.
Yeah, thank you very much for making time to take us through this step. I have a quick question. I have been following, let's say, those steps myself for almost more than 1 month on daily basis, and then I follow all the steps. But I was always stuck as checkout and never got, let's say, the purchase button. on daily basis I was doing, and luckily I joined later on. Let's say the Telegram, I get some tips there also which I was following, but I never got the option to of a purchase package to click purchase. Sorry. So I'm wondering if I'm missing something, or what shall I do tomorrow? Or sorry, on Sunday.
Brother Mohammed, why is he not getting the purchase button?
Okay, Mr. Yusuf, thank you very much for this question. This is where everyone is waiting for a long time that they are not able to purchase the package because the slots of the camp is sold out. That's why we are preparing you now to be on Sunday, and the button that you have now called save configuration, it will be changed to purchase package. Then it will
Okay.
be green color, and then you will be able to purchase the package as soon as you log in your Nusuk profile. So inshallah on Sunday, before the start of the sale will be at 4 p.m.
Yeah.
Saudi time, 2 p.m. UK time. Please go 4 hours before and
Okay.
then be on the queue. And inshallah, you will be able to secure the seat this time.
Okay. Inshallah.
Thank you, Brother Yusuf. Good
Okay. Thank
question.
you. Thank you.
Okay. I've got Anas. Brother Anas, Assalamu alaikum. Do you want to ask your
Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me?
Alaikum salam. Yes, we can.
Thank you, brothers, for taking our questions. I posted a question on the chat. I noticed you guys are mentioning UK. I'm booking from Canada on a Canadian passport. There's no issue with the MCDC packages in any way, like capacity and stuff, with country-based, right, at the moment?
No, these are global packages. Brother Mohammed can elaborate on that.
Yes, Mr. Anas, there is no restrictions into the packages. The global package or global 12, if you are interested, this is very good choice. You can use it, and then you can custom your flight from Canada. You can come from Montreal, from Toronto, and then, or even if you want to travel from your home country, you can do that. So feel free to configure the package now and also configure the ticket and top up the e-wallet with the money that are equivalent to the ticket and package with some extra money, and you will be able to book it without any restrictions to your country of residence.
Perfect, thank you. One other question, if I may. On the Nusuk main page, they have an announcement for a few days now saying that they're collecting interest for Muslims around the world to perform Hajj through the Nusuk platform, like other countries. I was wondering, do you guys have any idea about that? It doesn't seem like there's enough time to do that now. Are they talking about like next year?
Yes, that's very valid questions, Mr. Anas. We have been advised by Nusuk to promote this option to show the interest, and then they could take a step for this option, which we understood that they will give extra quota to the Muslims communities all over the world, despite the fact of the quota. However, the option of opening this option is not valid anymore due to the changes that happened within the Middle East. This is the main reason for not going ahead with this option of the global Muslims. So probably next year they will have chance to promote it early and give extra quota for this facility.
Also, they were planning on doing this year, like as a later stage to kind of accommodate Muslims from other countries, but then due to like changes happening, it was postponed.
You are right. You are right, sir.
Okay, shukran. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Brother Mohammed, Kadira is asking, she's selected MCDC Global 1. Is that highly likely to be picked on? What's the capacity on that package? MCDC Global 1. I can see that there's 4 seats available at the moment, so probability probably low, but you could try it. What we would advise you is to potentially go for another package similar to that with the high probability of
It's
available slots.
yeah, that you're right, because this is one of the budget package that we have, and it has short stay. But the most closest one to this package is Global 12. It's only 1,500 real more, but the hotel is upgraded. It's four-star hotel in Time Roba with high quality services, and also it's 4 nights stay in Medina. So also this package has a plus of staying in Medina 4 nights after Hajj. So it's one of the recommended packages that we always encourage people to configure it.
Okay, so Global 12 is the other alternative. Okay. Do you know how many seats or how many visas will be available in this phase, the last phase?
We got some information that is going to be 5,000, and this uh, is not fully confirmed. However, they will go for this phase by 5,000, and in case we have some slots are not paid from the courtesy or mujamla, they have plans to redistribute additional quota. But at the moment, we are focusing on Al Muasim for whatever package is available now, which is, I think, will be enough to cover all the quota of all companies.
We've got Nadeem who's saying he's got the 5512 in his cart. Will that still be assigned or assigned to him when it's ready for checkout? Because I believe that's sold out. 5512.
Yeah, he should empty the basket and reconfigure available one, because it is wasting now the time during sale. He will not be able to book it. So we encourage all sold out packages to empty the cart and reconfigure a new one with plenty of available slots.
So somebody's asking about the where can they access the spreadsheet? So I've shared two links in the chat. One is to the official MCDC Telegram group. It's been posted there, and the other one is to our support channel on WhatsApp. Do join them, and then you'll be able to request, or you can see the spreadsheet in the channels there. Somebody's asking about booking MCDC 225. I think they've got the code wrong, but from the UK. These are all global packages, so you may pick up any package, but understand that some of these are country specific, dedicated to certain countries, like FRA for France, UK for, as the name would suggest, UK. But all of these are global packages. If you're unsure, just give us a nod and we'll give you more information. Nazakat makes a comment. I've noticed that the laptop is buffering more than the iPhone. The iPhone is quicker to get through the stages of the booking. We're not sure. We've always used or suggested that people use laptops or computers. But if you're finding the iPhone is working faster, perhaps it may work for you on the day. I'm not sure what kind of laptop is it, Windows, is it Apple? But if you could let us know, that would be great. I think that's all the questions done. I'll go to one more live, and if anybody's got any questions, just put it in chat or raise your hand before we wrap this up. iPhone MV, Assalamu alaikum. What's your question? Yeah, just unmute yourself. Can you hear me? Shamim, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. He's got
Yes,
he's got
we
mute
hear
on.
you also, Mr. Shan. Yes, we
All right.
are hearing you. So probably he is muted. He cannot unmute himself
Okay,
probably.
that's fine. Okay, I believe that's pretty much it. Anonymous wants to ask about Azka Safa. What's the question, Anonymous? If you-
I think he's asking if he finds a group with a group flight, will it still work? Can he go through with the purchase?
If this is from Holland, yeah, it's a group flight, and he can book it from UK as well. So this is available now, and if he can travel to Rotterdam, that will be good option also for UK who are looking for group flights. We have two group flights now in the system, one from France, Strasbourg, and one from Rotterdam in Askasafa. So if you are smart enough that people are trying to find solutions, I'm giving you heads. You can go ahead and book this package in Askasafa, and you can travel from Rotterdam to with the group and come back, and you only book additional leg from London to Holland. That's it. So this is also another option. We are giving you tactics that you can use in case you are struggling with the flight.
That's a very good advice there, and you get to see a new country as well, a new city.
Yeah. Yes, you have to pay me for this tips because we are taking from the share of Holland, but we are global. We always say we are global. We want to help everybody who is
Oh,
really seeking to perform Hajj.
of course. So thank you again to our panelists, Brother Mohammed, for taking time out. I know you're under a lot of pressure and stress and
Yeah,
a lot of work going on, not just with
yes,
what you're doing here, but sorting out the guides and so we really appreciate your work behind the scenes, and we'll continue to
yes.
work with you to support you as well. To our
Thank you.
panelists, Brother Shamim, thank you again for your valuable input. And to our brothers and sisters who joined this evening, I pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala creates a opportunity and avenue for you to book your Hajj package, and that we're all
Amen.
united on the plains of Arafat this year. Make dua for us as a team as well, because we are still unsure about our situation, about Hajj. We're never there until we're there. We're in the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we pray that He invites us all. And if you have any questions, do reach out to us. I hope that this information has been informative. So thank you again for giving us the opportunity to serve you. Inshallah, we'll see you again very soon. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi
Alaikum assalam.
wa barakatuh.
Thank you very much.